So for me, we can easily access it on different ways, okay? So first way is we can immediately see it on your home screen. Check on the weather, activities you have, and of course your health goals, okay? So again, for now brief, you can check it immediately on your home screen. It's for now, it's good evening, so evening briefing. So what happened for me for the whole day? So right now, I can check the weather, the activities I've done today, and of course, my general Samsung Health activities. So again, with the Samsung Now Brief, which you can immediately access with your Now bar. Okay? So that's how the summary goes. Weather, you can customize it further and see what you would like to see on your content. Okay? So you can further customize it on your health, finances, travel, and other routines that you would like to know on your daily activities. So it's like having a personal secretary again for you to notify you when you start the day, middle of the day, and of course when you end the day. It helps you summarize what you've been doing the whole time. Okay? So here you can see the weather and other features that you can check. Next slide, please. So there you go, that's the Now Bar and Now Brief. It's two combined features that you can simply use on your Galaxy S25 units. Okay, so check them out. Next slide. So next, of course, is going to be the seamless action across app. Can you imagine before, most often if not, if we're chatting with our office mate or clients, most often if not, they're asking for a meeting place and you're going to try to look for one, what do? You close your messaging app, you go to Google, you search for what location you like to do, and copy it and transfer to your messaging and message your client. But with Seamless Action app, you can do this all day in one press of a button with your home button. Okay? So let's try it out. Next slide. So you can check out your activities through your voice commands with this device, with whether that's Google Apps, with your native Galaxy devices, apps, and of course third-party apps like the Spotify and of course WhatsApp. So let's try it out. We have also another video to step-by-step use the Seamless Action app. So let's try it out. I'm also going to do it here with the device. So for example, I'm going to meet a friend of mine and he has a pet with him when you're going to meet and he wants to go to a cafe. So let's try it. So just press the long button. Cafe near me, pet friendly, send to Ace Gatapia. So what it does is it immediately search the location. One more, it was not able to hear my voice. Cafe, pet friendly, near me, send to Ace Gatapia. And there you go. It is able to immediately search on the Google Maps for you, the top 5, and immediately give the option of sending it immediately to your friend. So you don't have to do it step by step. With a click of a button, you're able to do it for you. Okay? That's how seamless everything is with the new Galaxy S25 series. And you can even summarize videos with it. Okay? Simply press the long button and tell what you want to do. So ask about the video and he can even summarize it for you. This is, I think, perfect, especially for guys. Without it's going to be Valentine's already, you're going to plan some Valentine gifts or places for you today, then why not use your Galaxy S25 series to simplify the work for you. And you can immediately save it on your Galaxy Notes. Okay? So that's how simple the seamless across app feature of the Galaxy S25 series. Okay? So, next slide. So, we've just discussed all the productivity that we can do with the new devices. Again, the key feature for this device is, next slide, is of course, the key features of AI powered, next level processor, cutting edge, and new AI features. If you're planning to get this device, why not check them out? Next, please. There's already a promo of double up storage, 30% if you're going to buy a watch or an earbuds, or 50% on the Samsung Care Plus, or even up to 12,000 plus of trade-in promo. So check them out. We have a booth here for pre-order, trade-in, and of course, exclusive promos. Next slide. So again, do check out our Samsung Members app. It's the exclusive app of Samsung. It's a social network and all-around app that you can use for whether you have a technical problem, repair, and even exclusive discounts and invites for events like this. So that's everything for this session. Next slide. Again, I'm Bern, and we hope to see you on the next Galaxy Future Lab session.
Thank you. So super user or a Samsung expert who just know everything Samsung. That is the group that you want to be part of. So we have the Samsung member stars. That's the elite of everything Samsung. So we're so happy to have them tonight with us. So now we're about to kick off to an exciting segment that's going to give you an exclusive look into the future of mobile innovation. So tonight we're diving deep into the game-changing features of Samsung Galaxy S25 series, and trust us, you're in for a treat. We have a really exciting lineup for everyone tonight. So we have very special guests with us, bringing their expertise from Google Productivity to explore how Galaxy AI and the powerful Gemini functions can elevate your productivity to a whole new level. So to set the stage, let's dive into this fascinating conversation. Let's bring on stage Android APAC lead of Google, Mr. Ben K. Martin. Hello, sir. Welcome. Android here. All right. So we have the head of product marketing, mobile experience of Samsung Philippines, June Guevara. Mr. Gian Cadero.
Alright, good evening everyone. It's nice to be here with everyone, of course, and of course with our two esteemed guests for tonight. But a bit of a trivia before we start. Did you know that the word AI was mentioned 72 times during the recent Unpack event in San Jose? That's a lot of times, right? Now this alone tells how Samsung and Google are serious in bringing the power of AI to a lot of users. Now, let's get right to the questions to our guests. Okay, so Samsung and Google have a long history of collaboration. Now, what makes this partnership on Galaxy AI and Gemini different, and how does it redefine smartphone productivity?
Thank you, Gian. First of all, really, it's a pleasure to be here and speaking with you tonight. So, I am super excited about the partnership between Samsung and Google, particularly on the Galaxy S25. I think it's going to redefine how we think about productivity on the smartphone because it combines our latest AI, advanced AI technology, but with seamless integration on the device. So, with Galaxy AI and Gemini, the S25 is going to give you more contextually aware features that actually adapt to how you work personally, your own workflow. So that means you're going to get more intuitive features from things like your productivity apps, your Google apps, as well as things like AI-powered photo management. This is all going to sync real time across devices, and so this collaboration is going to make you more productive and more efficient in what you do. And this level of personalization is possible because the AI actually learns from your habits, so it gets better over time and learns about you and can offer proactive suggestions. So it's not just about using a phone, it's about having a phone that is actually smart and can actually work for you.
Right, so a lot of the audience would very much agree that there is a constant grind for being productive. And it is simply because productivity begets reward. Right? And that would either be a feeling of being accomplished, o kaya naman syempre wealth, no, pera, the more productive you are, the more money you get. But being productive, as I mentioned, is not an easy task, and it requires tons of work. And many of us juggle work, personal life, and also multiple apps daily. Now, how does a seamless action across apps help simplify multitasking on the Galaxy S25? Sir Jim.
Thanks, Jim. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Before I start, I just wanted to share that year on year, we have been seeing more and more people getting and using a Galaxy S series device, and that does include more and more switchers. Now, the top 3 features that we normally get from switchers, the features that they rave about, would be the superior camera. Next would be the battery, right, or the overall performance. And lastly is actually the ability to multitask. Now, up to now, multitasking meant the ability to open 2 apps at once through split screen, so you can use 2 apps at the same time or through a pop-up view. But with the S25 series, we are taking multitasking to that next level. So we do now have seamless action across apps. What this means is you can do multi-step tasks across multiple apps, and you can do all of these with a simple command or function. The device can recognize inputs or commands in different forms. So this could be speech, this could be text. It can also recognize inputs as images or videos. So let me give an example of this feature. All right, so say personally, I'm a coffee lover. I can't function without caffeine. Everyone who knows me knows this. If I go travel, then the first thing that I would do probably is look for a cafe. So I'll pull up my S25 device, press the side button, and I can bring up the AI function. And through voice, I can simply say, find me a coffee shop nearby that serves the best espresso-based drinks, show me the directions, and send my PIN to my wife. That seems very complex. It's a multi-step task, as you can see. But with the S25 device, that makes it possible. You can do all of that. It digests your input, your commands, and it can seamlessly give you the results you're looking for. Another example is, once again, I said it recognizes images as well. So say I'm having friends come over, and I want to make cocktails for them. I see what's in my bar, my home bar. I can take a photo, right, and then I can ask my device, say, okay, with these drinks that I have on hand, could you give me a step-by-step recipe for cocktails? And I can immediately get that. So I think this is that next step when it comes to multitasking, just making you more productive, more creative.
Like the fact when you said earlier, Sir Jun mentioned about being context aware, and also you mentioned like how these AI things work in conjunction with all the features that were mentioned earlier. This kind of give a lot of more convenience to the end user, and that is actually a very good thing. Fantastic, a new update on the new series. And one of the many changes on the One UI 7 is that the AI now kind of feels natural. It kind of feels like you're really talking to someone, sometimes close to you. Now, Gemini Live sounds like a game changer. And could you share some example of how it can help someone stay organized and efficient in their daily routine?
Sure, Gian, and you're absolutely right. Gemini Live on the Galaxy S25, it's absolutely a real game changer for helping people stay organized and be more productive. So, as an example, let's take a look at a typical day where you're juggling your meetings, your emails, and tasks throughout the day. So, Gemini Live can actually, based on what you've done in the past and your habits and routines, it'll prioritize your calendar. It'll actually suggest times for meetings or send you reminders about certain tasks that you tend to forget. It does this by pulling info from all of your, your data, your emails, messages, calendars, in order to suggest actions. And it can even, craft responses for you, create meeting invites, ultimately saving you a lot of time on mundane routine tasks. Also, keep in mind that this syncs across all of your devices and surfaces. So you're going to be on top of things regardless if you're using your phone or your tablet or your Galaxy Watch. It's like having a personal assistant that's always learning with you, and it's going to keep you organized and keep you on your schedule.
I agree. There's this story that I'd like to share with you. My brother and his family is coming over for a weekend, and I want to actually check if what would be the best places where we can bring, or I can bring my niece to, so she can enjoy. And upon asking Gemini Live on the Samsung S25 Ultra, it actually just in a snap gave me the result I wanted, and it happened just almost instantaneously. So this is what happened earlier. And for busy professionals, one more question I have is that how can AI-powered reminders, like smart calendar integrations and real-time insights, reduce the time spent on planning and following up? I think this question is for you, Sir John.
Just a little bit on what Ben said. I think a lot of the new features that we do have on the S25 series, what makes it possible is that really good integration with Galaxy AI and Gemini. So earlier on, I was talking about that seamless action across apps. That can't be done without that integration with both Galaxy AI and Gemini. When it comes to, I think you were talking about AI-powered reminders. So AI-powered reminders, smart calendar integrations, and real-time insights, which can be found on the Galaxy S25. It helps busy professionals because it helps you with scheduling. You have less time planning and more time executing. So there's a function that we now have, a new feature. It's called the Now Brief. Now let me take some time to tell you about the Now Brief. The Now Brief, so it's AI-based, and it actually gets better the more you use it. It recognizes your usage patterns. It recognizes your routines. So let me give you an example of what it can do. So in the morning, I think a lot of people here would say the first thing that they do would be to go over and reach for their phone. Now, as I reach over for my new S25 device, I will be able to pull up the Now Brief. The Now Brief in one page can give you real-time insights to help you kickstart your day. So I will see immediately how well I slept. It will give me my sleep score, and I can see how well I slept. Then it could show me, as it's synced with my calendar, any important appointments that I might have in my schedule. It can also give me some reminders that I've set for myself. It would know my routine in terms of what time I usually go to work and my route to work. And it can prompt me saying, hey, maybe traffic is building up. You better get moving. Right? And it would also be integrated with the weather app. So it can show me if, maybe I need to get a jacket or an umbrella. And all of that is there in the Now Brief to really just help you kickstart your day.
When you mentioned about Now Brief, it is intelligently engineered. It shows really the expertise of Samsung in that regard. You launched the previous generation, and over a period of 12 months, you were able to perfect this, and now you have Now Brief at bay. And I just would like to share the story. When I first received the new unit that you lent over to us, it didn't give me much information, but over time, like 3 days later, it started to give me more contextual information about like what I do. This guy is learning from me what I do. It's really cool.
I'm glad you said that, and Ben pointed that out earlier. With Gemini, with Galaxy AI, the more you use it, the better it gets because it gets to know you, gets to use your routines, your usage patterns. So as you said, the experience just gets better and better.
The more it's good. The more you use it, the more it learns about you. Now, I'd like to talk about travel and how you can use it in other daily things. You know that over 1.1 billion tourists traveled internationally in 2024. And as global tourism finally recovered and is now back in pre-pandemic levels, no? How does Galaxy AI and Google help with real-time translation to enhance communication for travelers like us and even for remote teams, Sir Ben?
Yeah, no, it's great to see all the travelers back. And, I think Galaxy AI and Google have some really cool real-time translation features that make communication really effortless for whether you're a tourist or you're actually for in a professional setting working with remote teams. So basically, the S25 can do a lot of things. It can translate a real-time conversation over a phone call. It can actually translate things like signboards and menus, messages, of course, in over 100 languages. So this is going to remove a lot of those language barriers and sort of travel anxieties you may have, letting you connect more easily and efficiently with whatever you're doing wherever you are.
Right. There's this, it's funny because before, when we say AI, they just usually act as your personal assistant. But now it feels like they're collaborating with the AI. It's not anymore like, you do this to me, you do that, give me information I need. It's now like you're collaborating with the AI. Now, as a Filipino, I don't know if it's just me, but it always felt awkward whenever I talk to AIs back then, and in English, for that matter. But, kind of right now, I'd like to know, how does Galaxy AI serves as a human-like agent? As I mentioned earlier about collaborating, but how deep does it go?
So I think, once again, I want to reiterate something that you did say. We used to think of it solely as an assistant. Right now, we don't want to term it just as an assistant, but as a human-like agent. And there's a key difference there. An agent, it's not just going to blindly follow what you ask it, what you ask to. Not saying that that's what assistants do, but essentially it does help you act on your behalf so that you can perform better. Now, with the S25 series, what we aim to do is bring to market the most natural and context-aware device for the Filipinos. So let me repeat that again. So it understands context and it acts naturally. So it can interpret the way you communicate with voice, text, and images. And we have certain functions which I think can really demonstrate this human-like agency. So firstly, the mobile search experience. We've improved that with circle search with Google. Before the breakthrough of circle search with Google, people would only search by typing a query onto a search box and getting some results. But now with circle search, based on what's on your screen, you can search images, you can search videos with a simple gesture. And now we've enhanced that also. You can also search music. So if there's music playing on someone's, like on someone's video, if you're not sure what that is, you can actually press circle to search and then find out what that song is. We've also enhanced our in-app search. So, Filipinos, I think we probably have a world record in terms of most photos taken and saved in our gallery. I know my gallery has tons of photos and videos. What you can do now is you can, through your voice, you can put in a search query, search for a video of my daughter dancing in Christmas from 2023. And that seems simple, but it actually can define what's the subject, my daughter, what's the time period, Christmas in 2023, what's she doing dancing, and it can search through the entire gallery app and find specific videos for me, so I don't have to scroll all the way back to find that. We also have AI Select. So what AI Select does is when you pull that out, it understands the context of what's on your screen. Say you have a video playing, if you do AI Select, it can give you the option to turn that video into a GIF, right? If you have a photo, it can give you an option to turn that photo in terms of like enhancing it through edits or changing that into like a one of the images that you want to make. If you have text on there, it can summarize it for you, or it can help you like edit that as well. So I think this is something that we brought in also. And all of this can be done naturally through conversational speech. I think that's something that I want to reiterate. We've gotten much better at that in terms of like it being really multimodal. So you can give all of these prompts through your voice, through natural language, and the S25 series will understand.
I'd like to touch on what you mentioned earlier about gallery. This is really powerful because back then we used to tag each photos and tell them like girl with red dress, so that these tags would be remembered each time we pull out the search bar. But this time, all I have to do is to simply ask the question, and the AI does it for me. And whenever I'm finding something on the gallery, it will just simply show up right after I ask the question. Really powerful and very convenient for the end user. And I have a question about, the Philippines. Filipinos is one of the, few ones. We have a lot of people consuming social media. In Asia, we're one of the best users of social media. Now, social media, as I mentioned, is a huge part of us. What new Galaxy AI or Gemini features that help users edit photos, videos, or generate creative content more easily?
Yeah, so June talked a bit about how you can use AI to manage your libraries and things like that, and find things easier. Now, once you find them, what can you do with them? And I think, Gian, of course, everyone wants to stand out in social media, and you want to make your content really pop. So, Galaxy and Gemini, it can actually do some really cool things for content creation, and it does this stuff very easily by offering AI-powered photo and video editing tools. So things like automatic visual enhancements, where it kind of just figures out what a particular image or video clip needs to really look better. Things like removing stuff from the background or creating more personalized filters, so that you can really implement these things, at the push of a button without really knowing much about video editing.
Right.
Also, not only for the technical things, but it can also make creative suggestions, like adding captions or how to trim the video. And basically at the end of the day, you can make really polished content without a whole lot of training or even knowledge of video editing software.
I remember when we did this during our last trip. I created a social media post and I attached it on Gemini Live, and then I asked Gemini Live to critique the work. It really gave me valid critique, and it kind of also helps me improve my craft as a content creator. Now again, speaking of AI, how does AI assist with brainstorming, writing content, or even generating personalized messages?
So AI on the Galaxy S25, it really helps with brainstorming by suggesting ideas based on your input and maybe even your previous work. The hardest thing sometimes is starting when you're brainstorming, you're trying to be creative. I use Gemini actually almost on a daily basis, but with the S25 series, we also have a composer function, and this can help you generate content drafts. It can provide some prompts when you're writing. It can even create personalized messages for an email or a message that you want to send out to your recipient. We also have, once again, I was talking about the AI select function. We can have writing assist. Writing assist can help you with advice, can help give suggestions, can even help summarize whatever's on there to help you in your brainstorming. So whether you're drafting emails, social media posts, or even just creative content, AI does make the process faster and more intuitive.
I agree. There's this one feature that you mentioned earlier, the composer. I think this is one of the new additions on the S25 on One UI 7, and it's really powerful. It allows you to actually customize your prompt, and through your prompt, you'll be able to generate few more ideas, few more contents to help you better your craft, as I mentioned. Now, let's get on to privacy. Some people worry about privacy when AI plays a bigger role in the daily workflows. Now, how does Samsung and Google ensure user data stay protected while leveraging AI's power?
Absolutely, I think user privacy absolutely a priority for both Samsung and Google. And so we've implemented very strong security measures to protect that data. We understand this is top of mind for many users. So one example is a lot of the AI features on the S25. They're actually being processed locally on the device. So all that data is staying within the device itself. It's not being sent to the cloud, which many people think is always the case, but that's not true. So, the other thing is that both Samsung and Google do use end-to-end encryption for communications, and we follow strict privacy policies. So the other thing to point out is that users also have more granular control over their data privacy through the settings that are easy to access. And I think with some of these things, I think we want the users to have that peace of mind and security, but still be able to really benefit from all these AI breakthroughs and new features.
Thank you. I have to give it also to Samsung, of course, in collaboration with Google. The on-device security feature also shows the power of the device. Because without that feature, it's going to be difficult for the smartphone to process AI requests. Without paying anything in the cloud. So that's really nice.
Well, yeah, definitely. I think I just want to reiterate that security and privacy is very, very important for both Samsung and Google. It's top priority. We do make sure that users have choice of what they do want to share. Sensitive information is processed on device, and we don't keep, I think, information for long if the output is already been achieved. And we also want to reiterate that the information or the data that we do share, it's not used for improving whatever the large models are.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sergio. All right, so let's wrap up tonight's discussion with this one. So for someone intending to upgrade to the Galaxy S25, what do you think are the most exciting AI-powered productivity features they need to experience right away? Anyone from our esteemed guests? Okay, so just for anyone upgrading, as I mentioned earlier, there are two things I'd like to mention. There's one is, of course, generally like this for me, and the other one is seamless action across apps. Maybe our gentleman can tell more about these things.
Yeah, absolutely. So we talked about Gemini Live, and I think this feature is going to be a game changer as far as getting people organized and productive. And it's using AI to give you real-time insights, give you prioritization in your schedule, and most maybe amazing in fact it actually will suggest actions based on your previous routines and habits. So whether it's reminding you of your tasks, helping you with following up on action items, or optimizing your calendar, Gemini Live is going to adapt to you, your workflow, and just allow you to be productive without having you to manually do everything yourself.
Okay, Sergio?
Yes, definitely for me it would be the seamless action across apps. I think, I can't express enough how much magic that is, right? So in terms of my example earlier, and you do have to get information and use the app function, the Maps app, search app, and even the messaging app, as you send that to your friend, my wife earlier in the example. So, thanks to that deep integration that you have with Google and with Galaxy AI, you can quickly switch between tasks, like drafting an email or checking your calendar, or editing a document, and you don't miss a beat. Everything happens very seamlessly and very fast because you have seamless syncing across apps and devices, letting you focus on what you need to do and not on managing different apps.
That's good. Thank you so much, Sir June and Sir Ben.
All right.